This is the follow-up presentation of Design Project 2 Group Furniture System for Small Living Spaces. So our initial design is based on the design from Manda from her Design Project 1. And yeah, these are the problems we want to deal with in Module 2 now. And we were focusing, when we looked at the stabilization installation part, we had like 3 different main ideas. One was with feet to attach it in the ceiling. The other one was to clamp it from the ceiling and the floor. And the last one, our main idea now, is to lean it on the wall with rubber attached so there's a high friction and it won't tip. We then even did some calculations to see actually how much force is needed and has to be applied to tilt it, and how much space is lost on the floor depending on the angle we want to lean it on the wall. Here we also see that when it's just straight on the wall, it's like very easy to tilt, and there's almost no, or like there is no force needed to bring it in to tipping. Now we were looking at different materials we could use for our mechanism concerning the price, weight and elasticity to avoid bending when it's in usage. Here we could see the main materials that we could use: cast iron, wood or aluminum alloys. We then compared these 3 materials in their weight, such as the bending, depending on which profile we use and in which angle we want to put the mechanism on the wall. So out of all these, we get our final choice, which is like a leaning on system out of aluminum alloys with an O profile. In this table, you can see how we compared the different mechanisms, and then it shows also why and in which ways our chosen mechanism is advantageous to the others. Our next steps are designing and testing the details of the installation and check whether and how the weight can still be reduced even more. For our second problem, the development of the elements, some testing has been done. The most important conclusion we can get out of this testing is that we still have to work on the shelves and cabinets so they work in an angled background mechanism and are still foldable. When we did our testing regarding foldable elements in general to play around with the design and explore it, we concluded to minimalize the use of screws and glue to simplify the assembly and achieve eco-friendliness. Here you can see a variety of different prototypes we built and which kind of information and conclusions we got out of them. Now in the next steps we want to work on how the elements get attached to the mechanism, and also want to build a prototype in a 1:1 scale. So when we look now back to the beginning, we see there are still 2 problems we have to deal with in the second phase of this module, and this will be how the elements will be attached with each other and how they're going to get hanged on the mechanism. I say thank you for your attention and a happy new year. This was Georg Müller from the Furniture System Group.